So do you think you're ready to catch the mobile wave? Well, Michael Saylor can tell you if you're ready. He is the CEO and the chairman of the board of MicroStrategy. He's with us here as the keynote speaker at CTIA 2013. And Michael, thanks for joining us. We appreciate that.
Happy to be here.
Tell me about the mobile wave. I've read the book, but for those who haven't, you've got this really a pretty well-founded notion that mobile intelligence is going to change everything.
Yeah, the extraordinary thing that's happening is a wave of software crashing across industry and industry and industry. 10 years ago there was an internet wave, but the internet wave was 1/20th as powerful as the mobile wave. The mobile wave is about mobile software applications running on smart devices, on tablet computers, on smartphones, and the way they change our lives.
So as American or US centric as that might be then, if you could talk about that in terms of what's our software mean to the rest of the world? What is our operating systems? What do those mean to the rest of the world?
In the early waves of computing, software was bottled up inside the corporation or the data center. And now software is changing the way you read a newspaper, or the way you check out of a hotel, or the way you purchase something, or the way you dine in a restaurant in the evening. And so software is infusing every aspect of the economy. And as that happens, it's changing the competitive dynamic, because the software that allows you to read a newspaper in New York can also allow you to read the same newspaper in Singapore in a split second for no variable cost.
What do you think if there's the fundamental change in terms of mobile intelligence? Because we are talking about a significant shift, a revolution, as you talk about in the book. What are those changes that we're seeing? How's this going to inspire almost these sociological impacts on how we live and work and play?
Well, I think software for the first time is powerful enough that it can help you learn to read, or help you learn anything for that matter. So software is changing the way a 3-year-old interacts with their teacher, or it's also changing the way an 80-year-old might read the newspaper. 10 years ago that wasn't the case. In a world where software can automate the education process, we can provide an education to billions and billions of people, fundamentally changing the way all the other industries function that take those people.
And is that something that you can apply here to the United States, or is that more of a developing country scenario where parts of Africa, Asia, so on and so forth, where they can benefit from that kind of massive distribution?
And the exciting thing about the mobile wave is it's having a massive impact in the United States, but every piece of software that's developed in the United States can immediately be brought to bear internationally as well. So this is bringing the entire world together. All of the billions and billions of people outside of the United States are finding opportunities to improve their life by taking advantage of software running as part of the mobile wave.
We talk about big data too, and all that information that's available right now about our usage and our behavior and our patterns and all those things. What's that telling us? I mean, I look at it and say, wow, big picture, but I think you've got some ideas about how you can drill down several layers and make some interesting decisions based on that data.
You know, when the book and when the newspaper and when the car key was a physical object, every time you opened a book or read the newspaper or turned the key, there was no piece of data generated. When those three things are software, every time you turn the page, there is a piece of data generated. Every time you turn a key, there's a piece of data generated. So you're seeing this massive, massive big data stream of information about where people are and what they're looking at and what they're thinking and what they're interested in. If you begin to mine that data, it opens up entirely new opportunities. For example, you could purchase advertising that shows up at the bottom of a newspaper of someone reading about the ballet that happens to invest in credit derivative swaps. Now, how could you ever do that 20 years ago?
And what does it tell us, maybe from an enterprise standpoint, about the opportunity that you have out there? I mean, how do you leverage that, all this capability you have, but fine tune it so that I can advance my business, whether I'm in transportation or energy or something like that?
Well, I think the key here is that if you can actually make something work in the United States, you can make it work outside the US. And the variable cost to go from 2 million readers to 20 million readers to 200 million customers to 2 billion customers, maybe just the cost of electricity. So the mobile wave is driving everyone to think about worldwide competitiveness, not just local market competitiveness. And the opportunity for any corporation is either to take a small business or a local business and expand it geographically, or to find a way to tap into some other massive mobile network, the Google network, the Apple network, the Facebook network, in order to turbocharge their existing business.
And can you put this in historical perspective? I mean, what were your thoughts about in terms of waves, revolutions? I mean, we've been through several throughout the periods of time. And where are we? Is it that big of a deal, you think, right now?
Well, during the internet wave, software impacted 5% of the economy. During the mobile wave, I think software is going to impact 50% of the economy. So this is 10 times bigger than any technology wave that is yet to strike the planet.
Well, mobile wave, how mobile intelligence is changing everything, or will change everything, the title of the book. Michael Saylor, author, and of course running an extremely successful company in the Washington, D.C. area. Looking forward to the keynote address here at CTIA.